Hello friends, today we're going to dive into the world of adventure and survival, where every step can be decisive and every decision will change your fate. Grab your friends and get ready for the challenge because ahead of us are the top 10 best multiplayer survival games for Android and iOS in 2024. Raft Survival. Ocean Nomad immerses the player in a dire survival situation in the open ocean. Starting the game on a small raft, the main task is to collect floating resources using a hook. These materials are used for gradually expanding the raft, turning it from a simple platform into a fully fledged floating shelter with various devices and improvements. Key elements of the game include building, resource management, exploring the ocean and islands, and interacting with various sea animals, including aggressive sharks. Players must also consider aspects such as food and thirst, ensuring constant replenishment of these vital resources. Westland Survival allows players to fully immerse themselves in the life of a cowboy in the Wild West. Besides the need to survive among bandits and wild animals, players face the unique opportunity to manage and develop their own territory. The base building strategy involves not only the physical construction of shelters, but also resource management, requiring players to engage in economic planning and infrastructure development. Interactions with other characters, such as traders and Native Americans, add depth to the gameplay, opening new opportunities for trade and diplomacy. Missions in the game can include defending one's camp as well as raiding enemy fortifications, adding elements of strategic planning and combat. Live or die. Zombie Survival provides players with a comprehensive survival experience in a post-apocalyptic world filled with zombies. The game sets challenging tasks for players to create fortified bases and organize defense, as well as exploring the surrounding area for necessary resources. Special attention is paid not only to crafting weapons and tools, but also to the psychological aspect of survival, including managing stress and fear. Story quests and tasks gradually reveal the world's history and give players the opportunity to influence the development of events. Lost Signal introduces elements of a mystical thriller to the survival genre. Players must not only fight for resources and craft, but also unravel the mysteries of the island they find themselves on after a plane crash. Exploring the island leads to the discovery of strange artifacts and mystical places, which can either help or significantly complicate the survival process. The atmosphere of uncertainty and possible encounters with other survivors add tension and require players to be vigilant and prepared for surprises. Our Survival stands out among survival games with its unique setting of post-apocalyptic Russia, offering players an incredibly vast map to explore. Traveling through destroyed cities and wastelands is full of dangers, such as radiation zones, marauder gangs, and mutants. The game's realism in depicting the aftermath of a nuclear disaster includes the need to find anti-radiation remedies, treat diseases, and secure food and clean water. Crafting in the game encompasses a wide range of items, from simple utilities to complex mechanisms and weapons, allowing players to adapt to any conditions. The social aspect is manifested in the possibility of interacting with other survivors, exchanging resources and information, which adds depth to strategic planning. Prey Day. Survival develops the concept of surviving in a zombie apocalypse, offering players not only the struggle for resources, but also the creation and maintenance of their own shelters. In this multiplayer game, great importance is placed on cooperation and forming clans to protect against common enemies. Urban ruins serve not only as a source of resources, but also as an arena for encounters with other players and protection from zombie attacks. The game offers a variety of survival strategies, including diplomacy and military actions, as well as character development through a system of improvements and skills. Interaction with other players through chat and joint missions makes the gameplay dynamic and socially oriented, making each gaming session unique and unpredictable. Oxide, Survival Island offers a classic survival experience on a deserted island. Players begin their adventure without any resources, and their main task is to use materials available on the island to create tools, shelters, and essential items. The game focuses on island survival, wilderness survival, and solving various puzzles that can help unveil the island's secrets. Oxide, Survival Island features a detailed environment, a realistic weather system, and day-to-night transitions, adding additional challenges and realism to the survival process. Beyond physical survival, players need to pay attention to their character's psychological state, ensuring they are fed, rested, and meeting other basic needs. Survival on Raft. Crafting in the ocean is an exciting raft survival game that emphasizes crafting and building. Players start their adventure on a small raft with limited resources. The main goal is to expand and fortify the raft using resources collected from the ocean, as well as exploring wrecks and islands for additional materials. The game includes survival elements such as managing water and food supplies and defending against marine hazards, including sharks. Players face various challenges such as storms, attacks from sea predators, and the need to ration limited resources. Interaction with nature and constant decision-making regarding the expansion and upgrading of the raft make the game dynamic and unpredictable. Project Winter Mobile is a mobile adaptation of the popular game Project Winter, blending survival elements with social deduction. Players are divided into survivors and traders, where survivors must gather resources, repair structures, and perform tasks for rescue, while traders aim to secretly sabotage their efforts. Communication and teamwork are key aspects of the game, as players must collaborate to achieve common goals while trying to identify and isolate traders among them. Elements of freezing weather and limited resources add complexity, requiring players not only to think strategically, but also to quickly adapt to changing conditions. Last Island of Survival, also known as Last Day Rules. Survival is a multiplayer survival game on a large island full of dangers and opportunities. Players can build bases, gather resources, and fight with other players to protect their territories. The game includes a wide range of crafting, from building weapons and armor to creating complex mechanisms. A feature of the game is its open world with opportunities for exploration, raids, and battles for control over resources, making it thrilling in terms of both survival strategy and tactics. Players must also interact with various environmental elements and the island's flora and fauna, adding realism and depth to the survival process.